Welcome back, everyone. It is a Thrifty Thursday this morning on Rising. Social Security and smart investments are some of the top concerns when planning for retirement, but 80% of seniors got a failing grade when quizzed on these key financial topics. But still, of course, it's never too late to go back to school for your finances. And James Gallagher from Waterstone Financial is here with some important money lessons for us all, no matter how old you are. So good morning. Good to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All
right, you break it down for us, and I love it, because for some reason, talking about finances can be so difficult for all age groups. Isn't that right?
Yeah, you know, I compare it a little bit to sex education. It's really squirmish. Nobody likes to talk about it, yet the results can be catastrophic to a young adult. And it's the same when we start talking about retirements. If I asked you right now, how much do you make? It's immediately squirmish. People don't like to talk about it, and a lot of important questions go unanswered for retirees.
And we end up losing a lot of money at the end of that too, right? So when talking about this 80% too, the survey found some surprising numbers. Talk about that a little bit.
Well, you know, 50% of people felt they were ready for retirement. Those same people, when quizzed, only 2 out of 10 could answer the questions correctly about what is qualified versus non-qualified money, how does Social Security benefits and so on work. So there was a lot of misinformation out there.
And I know we'll give your website at the end. You always have that kind of information on your website to help people out and get someone to, so we don't have time to go through all of that, of course, but why are so many people unprepared for retirement? What do you find the most?
Well, I think that the, you know, besides the fact that the whole education process is not very good out there right now, we find that people just are not haven't done their homework, haven't studied the thing. Remember what I said earlier about sex education. They just are not, it's not a comfortable subject to talk about.
Now, do you think, okay, this is a little bit off topic, but do you think that maybe we should teach this more in school? You know, and going back then, I remember my mom telling me I learned how to write a check when I was in high school or something, and I don't know if we do that anymore.
Well, we certainly, in school, so far away from retirement, it really needs to be taught maybe when they're 30, 35, 40 years old, when they still have a chance of saving enough money to get there from here. So I really think it's something that needs to happen later in life. And I don't know how it works. I know that in our business, we spend a lot of time educating people, doing seminars, helping people through coaching events and so on.
Yeah, and are you amazed by what you find out about, you know, what people just don't know, or what we don't want to know, like you're talking about?
Yeah, that's some people come in and they know exactly what they're talking about, and others come in and they really are misinformed about how it's all going to work.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get back to some ways that we can stay focused on our financial future. What tips do you have for us this morning?
Well, the number one thing is to take and create the plan, that you put something down on paper. Okay, so what happens to people is that you know, they come into my office. Some people have their incomes all carefully listed. They know exactly where their money is. They know how much money they've saved. Other people come in and they've got a big envelope full of stuff. They haven't got a clue what's going on, and they kind of, you know, here's the stuff.
You figure it out.
You figure it out. You figure it out, so they aren't prepared. They aren't planned.
Yeah, and that, of course, can cause some long-term effects. Anything else you want to add to help people out this morning to maybe go in the right direction? And if there's one tip they could take away today to get started on their financial future?
Well, that whole business about creating that plan, what happens is if we know where they are today and we have an inspired vision for the future, it's a lot easier to start putting that money aside, to start taking and saying, here's an inspired vision for the future. For instance, are you planning on doing the bucket list? For me personally, it's going to involve a big boat in the Caribbean. My retirement's going to take more money than I'm making today. So now I'm inspired, though, every month to put aside that little extra money. So creating that inspiration, I think, is really an important piece.
I like that. And you know what? Time goes by fast, right? You know, when you're a kid, you're like, I don't have to worry about that. I can't wait till I'm 20. You know, I'm going to be a teenager and stuck in mom's house forever.
Right.
Now we're going, I wish I could go back to that time, because it suddenly speeds up as we get older.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah. Well, give us your website one more time, too. Where would you like to send people?
WaterstoneFinancial.net. One of the big things that we're going to talk about on there is Social Security optimization. That's the other tip that we really wanted to hit on today.
Okay.
That's good.
All right. And we have the website up on our screen there. We'll also put it on our website as well. Good to see you as always. Thanks for joining us again.
Thank you.